no! Lil Meech's world is imploding. He's on a vengeful rampage after 50 Cent brutally cut him off and exposed Big Meech as an alleged snitch. The betrayal is real, and this man had the nerve to play both sides when the drama erupted.
How did Lil Meech blow through the $5 million that he made off BMF? They said that boy was buying every chrome heart made. Man.
He actually texted 50 swearing he was still loyal despite his dad linking up with Rick Ross. But that loyalty, gone in a flash. Next thing we know, Lil Meech is flexing in photos with Ross and Floyd Mayweather, two of 50's biggest rivals. The disrespect.
You know, with 50, and if you know 50 or you've been around 50, everything is loyalty with 50. If you're loyal to him, he's loyal to you. And like Meech said, he'll take the shirt off his back for you, and he's helped so many people. And he'll help so many people in the industry that he never talks about. He's gave so many people money behind the scenes. So when people switch sides like that, there is no awful.
But here's where it gets messy. Rumor has it Lil Meech just switched up on Ross too. Turns out Ross was never about helping Big Meech. He was just clout chasing, using Meech's name to take shots at 50. Now that the hype's dying down, Lil Meech and his dad are finally realizing they got played. But don't expect sympathy. Fans are saying Lil Meech fumbled the biggest bag of his life by turning on the man who put him on.
From what I've seen, because I remember when Lil Meech was rapping, nobody helped him, and then 50 put him in acting suit, kept it on the low, and he made all this money.
I wasn't going to address this, because I'm not trying to let nobody trick me off the streets. But I never folded, never told, never will. Death before dishonor, always with me.
Let's not forget, 50 Cent gave Lil Meech his first real shot, paid for his acting lessons for 2 years, and made him the lead in BMF. Instead of making smart moves, Meech allegedly blew through $5 million in just 3 years without investing a dime. Didn't save anything for his dad's release. Nothing. It all supposedly went to designer clothes, flashy jewelry, and fueling a rumored addiction to whippets. Now, with money running dry, Lil Meech is spiraling, blaming everyone but himself for throwing away his big chance. Did 50 go too far cutting off Lil Meech, or was he just keeping it real? And how do the Meeches really feel about Rick Ross now? Let's get into this drama. If you missed it, Lil Meech and Big Meech were recently spotted with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather in Miami, and social media went wild. Fans were dragging them, saying Ross was just using them for clout. But Lil Meech wasn't worried. He was posting pics with Ross and Floyd at Lucky Strike, flexing hard. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse, Meech threw shade at 50 with a caption saying, "Real power." You know 50 wasn't letting that slide. He fired back instantly, posting a clip of Lil Meech with Ross and straight mocking him. 50 wrote, "Yo, tell your pops I'm going to look out. What's the address? I'ma send him some wings over there." Savage. This all started when Big Meech got out after 20+ years and immediately linked with Rick Ross. That's when 50 went full attack mode, pushing the narrative that Big Meech is a snitch. Big Meech clapped back with a video saying he'd rather die than snitch. Did that stop 50? Nope. He kept coming, even claiming to have court documents proving Big Meech was involved in third-party cooperation with Tammy Collins. But 50 wasn't just coming for Big Meech. He turned on Lil Meech too, the star of his BMF show. When 50 started calling out Big Meech, Lil Meech noticed 50 had unfollowed him on IG, so he texted 50 trying to clear things up, saying the drama wasn't his problem and even claiming he had no love for Rick Ross. Lil Meech literally wrote F Ross in his messages. He swore loyalty to 50, saying, "I would take my shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this. You act as if I'm your enemy. I've only shown you love and loyalty. I never switched up on you." But that loyalty vanished, quick. When 50 didn't respond and hinted Lil Meech might get kicked off BMF, Meech flipped the script. Suddenly he's in Miami turning up with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. Then days later, he posted a pic chilling with his dad and Floyd, just dropping a shushing emoji. That's when the truth came out. All that "I'm loyal to 50" talk was just damage control because 50 had cut off his money. Word is Lil Meech burned through his entire BMF bag in just a few years. Instead of investing, he allegedly blew millions on designer fits, jewelry, and living like a rap star. He was even flexing on social media in custom chrome hearts jeans and bragging about dropping $2 million on an iced out watch. Now with money drying up and 50 gone, what's next? Sources say Lil Meech burned through $5 million in just 3 years on luxury cars, clothes, and jewelry with zero investments. Tony Yayo even put him on blast, saying Meech was acting entitled, telling people like Lil Baby they should give Big Meech money. Imagine begging for handouts while dropping $100,000 on jeans. The craziest part? Lil Meech admitted before meeting 50, he was completely lost. No plan, no direction. 50 took him under his wing, paid for acting classes, and changed his whole life. You'd think Meech would make smart moves, but no. He acted like the money would never stop. But wait, 50 dropped another bombshell. According to him, Big Meech was jealous of the bond between 50 and Lil Meech because 50 was a better father figure. And it gets worse. 50 claimed Lil Meech was showing up to the BMF set high, and it was 50, not Big Meech, who stepped in to help. 50 confronted him about it and paid for his rehab after finding out Meech was allegedly addicted to whippets. 50 wrote in a deleted post, "I thought about it. What's the real story here? Did Lil Meech fumble his bag or was he just a pawn? I think he was uncomfortable with me and Meech's relationship. I'm telling Meech not to do drugs. He's telling him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Meech to chill, stop spending money. He's telling him how much he blew." People don't realize 50 was the one who sent Lil Meech to rehab. Even actor Russell Hornsby saw the problem when Meech showed up high on set and started throwing up during a weapons test. Ian told 50 that Lil Meech had whippets in his truck. 50's reaction? What the F is whippets? He looked into it and realized what it was. Is there proof Lil Meech is hooked on nitrous, or is 50 just stirring drama? Turns out 50 wasn't just talking. Industry insiders close to Meech hinted his substance issues weren't a secret. Underground rapper Brick Baby told DJ Vlad that Lil Meech is definitely an addict and called him out for blowing through his money without looking out for his dad. Now Lil Meech is freaking out. Sources say he's realizing he fumbled his big opportunity and is furious at Rick Ross for using his dad's name for clout without actually helping. But fans aren't feeling sorry for him. They're saying Meech has only himself to blame. Now that reality's hitting, Lil Meech is in panic mode watching his money disappear, connections vanish, and his relationship with 50 crumble. Sources say he's venting nonstop about being played by Ross, who was never trying to help Big Meech, just using him for clout before ghosting. Meanwhile, Lil Meech is left with nothing. The sad part? He had it all set up. 50 didn't just give him a starring role, he mentored him, paid for acting lessons, and cleaned up his messes. But instead of securing his future, Meech burned through millions partying with fake friends. People close to Meech say he's desperate to get back in the 50's good graces. But after the betrayal, the spending, the drug rumors, is there even a way back? 50 hasn't said much since those bombshells, but he's not one to give second chances. So what's next for Lil Meech? With BMF thriving without him and 50 moving on, can he recover? Or will he learn the hard way that crossing 50 Cent comes with consequences? Sources say Meech is scrambling to fix his reputation before it's too late. He's reaching out to old connections, trying to convince people he still has moves lined up, but nobody's buying it. Even fans are saying this is what happens when you make bad choices. Instead of securing his Hollywood future, Meech got caught up in the lifestyle, thinking money would flow forever. Reality's hitting hard, and 50 hasn't mentioned giving him another chance. That silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Ross and Mayweather are nowhere to be found, proving they were never really in Meech's corner. What will he do next? Try to make amends with 50 or double down? One thing's certain, options are running out. Let's be real. 50 might have gone too far with the snitching claims, but he gave Lil Meech the opportunity of a lifetime. He handed him a starring role, set him up to make millions, and positioned him for success. Instead, Meech blew it all on clothes, cars, jewelry, with nothing to show for it. The biggest irony? Lil Meech linked with Ross to spite 50, thinking Ross had his back, only to discover Ross was just using him. Now the clout wave is over, Ross is gone, and Meech is holding an empty bag. So what do you think? Did Lil Meech bring this on himself, or can he turn things around? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wild stories. See you next time. See you next time.